chamber, just as you mentioned. Making sure to take advantage of every single angle to get that 1- off of the opposition and stop them in their tracks almost immediately. Let's see if White Cat is able to deliver that.
Absolutely. This music is crazy.
I know.
We're about to get into like Tron Legacy or something, you know? Like I'm seeing the LEDs going everywhere, mostly off of that flower up the top. And already we're going to have Chamber looking for a pick towards C Mount here, hand in hand with the Vice, already dealing with the Haunt. And in the meanwhile, now wrapping and taking Door.
A lot of space being taken by Team Secret as well, with a bit of a crossfire happening with Par Schofield. No one's going to budge just yet. Spikes still on mid. There's eyes on the prize here for Suka.
Now it's falling away. Does seem like the Chamber wants to tickle the door, may make contact with these players front B, as we do have A cleared out here by now. It's denying info to the defense as the wall goes up. Do you have the shear still on front B that hasn't been dealt with yet by NAOS? NAOS are just waiting for Team Secret to make a peek somewhere or try to make a play for now.
Here.
Oh, timing. On the side of NAOS for now as they left sight of door. Savvy playing very close. Does not reveal anybody, but here comes the onslaught though. San with beautiful shots, including Savvy. AK Mojer with a double, actually. Beautiful execution so far, but now
enemy remaining. 30 seconds left.
Wiping the floor with Team Secret here. White Cat seeing if he can get himself a 2 at a force rolling, but taken out pretty swiftly there by Savvy. Nice 3k from him, and you can just tell NAOS the way they worked the map was very effective there. Just clearing out front side of door, using that to pressure Mound a little bit. They recognized that the Chamber was playing Mound and there was a setup over there. And then they just deny info on the A side of the map, and they force Team Secret, who really don't have much map control, to push straight into them, and they're ready for every single one of these pushes, and they punish every single one of them as well.
100%. Sam was ready for that free space to sort of attack before the door opened for the immediate sandwich. Let's see now with the anti-eco from NAOS how this is going to work out. Still very similar positions from everybody on the side of TS.
Yeah, Team Secret just working on a dimensional drift here. Recognizing that NAOS have not really cleared much control of A. Sees Davy after the 3k on the pistol, prioritizing getting the Nightfall rolling. There's the progression smoke into the C site, and they're going to put a little bit of pressure on the Chamber here.
Contact. Nakia. We'll see. We meet eye to eye with Suka, but the wall's going to prevent this from happening. The cross is going to happen either way. They're back to safety. 50 seconds on the clock. Spikes towards C. And White Cat, let's see if he's able to at least -1 before anything else. But no, they walk away.
Smoke cycled on front side of C. See Team Secret, big setup. Front B, hoping that NAOS will actually pivot into there. But it is going to be the group up, as the Yoru has found space over on this A side with the wall.
Oh!
30 seconds
Dear me.
left.
Nakia. The absolute timing of everything. Par Schofield able to make it even at least. Spike's going to be planted soon, but it is going to be a quick rotate to A.
See Nakia seeing if he can farm up a little bit with the Ghost, maybe get himself a dimensional drift online. Nice plant for tree here for NAOS.
Stealing sight.
Yep, it's going to be a stack over there. Just the drop. Flash at the ready. Even the concuss. Just the clone to distract everyone. It activates. Headshot coming from Nakia. Trapped between this corner. Has the teleport in case it gets a little dicey. Voidwing's going down. As Par Schofield landing important shots. Expensive round for NAOS. Pretty good for the side of Team Secret there.
Yeah, nice couple of shots out of the Vice. Took a couple of guns away from NAOS. Maybe a couple more than they would have wanted there.
30
Nice
seconds.
timing found by Nakia. Good communication between him lurking on the Yoru and the Viper to put the wall up and down and give him that space to catch that A anchor off guard. See that, I think it was Suka over there, wasn't even aware that the Yoru could have walked up that
Now
close.
we wait.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're going to have Vice and Chamber looking for a pick towards C site, and it does seem like Team Secret, they're really prioritizing fighting over front B and C bound.
Yeah, absolutely. Usually there are two choices for the Chamber to sort of place themselves, situate themselves. Either you want to get that A control towards lobby, take them out. So far, it has been Mound that's been quite comfortable for Team Secret, but now they see this coming.
Yeah, Secret have this C info line. They've prowled it out front B, so they know that there's no one really lurking on any part of the map, which leads only really A. The longer NAOS take to actually kick off this A execute, the more map control that Team Secret are going to find. NAOS just trying to get themselves into a comfortable post plant and see if they can get some damage done on this bonus, if not cause a little bit of an upset here. Team Secret quite happy to give them that control. It's just going to be a free A site here for the attackers and the defense organizing themselves for the retake.
It's a huge possibility. You've got Savvy AK with a 5-0 right now on the Vandal. Nakia sneakily making his way upstairs. Flash at the ready. Gonna flash once again. Zan plays it off from that, and the smoke drops. Still a double kill. Lloyd Dream tries to make things even nonetheless. Beautiful stand. PTC though. I don't think he's ready for this. Prodigy. Beautiful shots all up to Savvy and Mojer. Prime to position. This wall is on top. Now it's going to drop. Asuka finds a quick shot. Prodigy, however, is going to stick through it. The spike tries to spray down, forced to reload. The sticky is going to spot it out. Savvy AK is a monster with a 4K.
It's an insane clutch. Should have never even been put in that position, to be honest. I felt like NAOS, they really could have played around the fact that he had Nightfall off the back of all that orb farming and fragging with the plant. You can see multiple players fighting forward here. Maybe some whiff shots, not really playing the crossfires as cleanly as they needed to. Put Zabi in a completely untenable position, but good news for them is, I mean, Zabi's been clutched for the longest time. This guy wins those kind of clutches all day.
What a player. Nakia dealing first blood here, removing White Claw from the equation, and surprise, surprise, it's a full stack of Team Secret members, but the spike on the way to C, and who's gonna catch that? It's gonna be Lloyd Dream with a stinger.
Yeah, I mean, Team Secret, well aware that NAOS have just been working a round in, round out for the longest time. Lloyd Dream trying to spam out the planter, but unfortunately those traces make it pretty obvious where it's spamming from. Team Secret making their way through Waterfall and Spawn side, probably, I guess, realizing they're not having too much of a chance of winning this round, just trying to take away a few more guns here.
Suka, right? Still complete. Utility on the belt. You can see it's gonna get taken down by a beautiful headshot by Suka. Just as he said, it's all about a little bit of that consolation. Remove the guns away. They're all situated on mound. It's gonna be a bit difficult. Tap on the spike. Get to see Mojer remove Suka from the equation. 4-0 for NAOS right now.
This is where we need to see Secret hit a different gear. They've really had a big focus on front B and C mount this entire game. Haven't really been finding much value over there. Haven't really been finding many picks. Could see there on the half buy, they really try to stack towards A, recognizing that that's where NAOS has been working round in, round out. So going into this next round, we'll see if they are going to go for a bit more of an A setup. They do have some great retake tools, as well as an op going. Op is going to be over towards A, so they're actually running the TP inside of the Hobbit hole here.
Oh, spotted by Prodigy. Good pick. White Claw maybe might even get a second once the curtain fall. Exactly like that, but John is just so much faster. Going from the side, Prodigy spots them out, but Nakia much faster at the trigger. Suka is gonna get concussed, a slide into a headshot. These shots have been clean from NAOS.
Now it's just the Yoru and the Vice with the best retake tools. But none of the opportunity to get the strat going. Nice little sugar peak does create an opportunity for Lloyd Dream to even up the numbers a little bit.
It's a possibility. 3v2. Mojer though spots the cross from stairs. That's all up to Porter Schofield. To really dissect this entire area, but Viper Wall gonna go down. Mojer finds him out. And still NAOS continues this dominating streak.
It's just Team Secret not being well drilled enough there, unfortunately. They have a good setup. They're able to find the opening pick. The Chamber has a chance to further extend that advantage, but sticks around too long, and then multiple players are just caught out on an island. So instead of playing the 5-on-4 by the numbers and having good protocols with some reactive omen util. Maybe you can drop a dark cover and just play a simple crossfire, something like that. They end up just conceding the advantage straight back the other way after finding one of the first picks of the game. This is a comp from Team Secret where they need to find picks. They are running the chamber. They're starting out on defense. It's exactly what they need to do. They need to play these off angles. They need to play these gimmicky little setups, create man advantages, and then convert them. But just weren't able to convert at that time after finally punishing a little bit of the A space that NAOS has been taking time and time again.
Yeah, exactly. It has always been these potential opening duels. The first few contacts that Zan and, Mojer are able to win time and time again. It's quite scary if you think about it with this 5-0 start for NAOS, but we'll have to see what the adjustments are going to be. And just as you said, they're still gelling to this new roster. Again, it is just Prodigy, the retained player from the previous splits of TS.
Yeah.
And the rest, it's their first game here on the group stage.
Quick one from NAOS, already forcing White Cat off of the line. Another nice shot from past Schofield, and PTC punishing them, guiding back into the waterfall smoke.
Spraying a couple of shots. Found the one, not the second. They retreat back outside of waterfall. PTC with an off angle here. Spot out anyone that decides to cross. Spotted out by the Fade. Savvy 8K, keeping them in place. Lloyd Dream has Dimensional Drift here. Might activate it soon, but looks like they're... spotted out. They know. Mojer knows. Here we go. Oh, Sil! A classic to the head. An upgrade from the ground. And more kills for Prodigy here. Nakia is going to fall. And there we go. A conversion from that big time out. That was clean from Team Secret.
Oh my lord. Not so clean from NAOS. There's no way they should be losing that post plant. So many duels taken before Team Secret even really attempt the retake. You can tell NAOS, like, these players so confident.
Yep.
Knowing that they're one of the better teams here in ChallengersSEA. They're playing up against an academy team. They're playing very aggressive lines.
Rip and tear.
More individualistic duels being taken rather than relying on that util to close out the post plant. Because, I mean, after this 1-for-1 and a nice open plant, they'll never be losing this situation. But you can just see there's a 1v1 taken by Mojer, there's a 1v1 taken by Zavi, then Nakia runs through a smoke and whiffs half a clip, and that's how you lose it out to Eco.
Very true. It's just one of those things where NAOS could possibly try to reel it in. Different approach this time around. Dimensional Drift by Nakia. Out of the blind, but Prodigy evens out everything. Almost immediately. Another smoke just to prevent them from going any further in. Zan, though, might be a little fearless. Will not go inside the smoke. Will decide to go towards Link. It's riddled with traps right now. Coming from Par Schofield. You gotta be careful. White Claw is not gonna get concussed. Still out in the open. But the Viper Spit is going to create a lot of space. PTC does not spot out where the chamber player is. So White Claw can sit back, relax a little bit, and play for a retake.
Yeah, Team Secret need to invest these ults ASAP, and in goes the Dimensional Drift as well as the Steel Garden, really trying to make NAOS uncomfortable inside of the pit here.
Crazy stuff. Lloyd Dream, White Claw, White Cat, sorry. Able to get a lot of these important shots. Par Schofield moving PTC, but Mojer still inside. Spots out the diffuser. And that's another clutch coming in for NAOS, thanks to Mojer.
Yeah, good attempt from Team Secret. I like the comboing of the ults. They really had a good opportunity to try to read that situation a little bit better. But that's where, again, the individual brilliance from NAOS is a little better. This was a fantastic opener. It is just two players committed to that play. It's just a Dimensional Drift with a really nice paranoia that creates the chance for that opener.
Enemy remaining.
And just invest in the pit to close out the round.
Good.
Happy with themselves.
Yep. Definitely after that amazing clutch. Now, another attempt towards aid this time around, but no opening pick so far as Team Secret try to reel it in and play on the site itself.
Again, A main's taken by NAOS. White Cat is cutting the map in half with the tour de force, trying to catch that sea lurker on the transition back to spawn.
Scream. Sound gets first blood, removes Prodigy. Suka still trying to survive from backside. Gets taken out by Nakia. The crouch into the shot. Lloyd Dream catches Nakia off guard. Nonetheless, spike's planted.
Horns activated.
Looking like a pretty difficult 3-on-4 to be taking here. White Cat, unless he hits a couple of nice shots with this tour de force, is not going to have a tough time retaking on in here from stairs, especially with that dark cover down.
Yep. There's two players looking towards that angle. Parskofield's gonna tag on towards the spike. Now they know. Mojer takes him out. Zahn, eyes on the spike, including the one from Tree. There's a lot of these important angles here, and a lot of utility now exhausted coming from Mojer. No choice but to run away and save.
Yeah, that was a much better post.
If they can.
Last 20 remaining.
No chance. Dan's already on the hunt.
There
This
we go.
Past Schofield guy is sharp as hell. Like every time
Yes.
he sees someone from NAOS, just deleting them. But outside of that, there's not much good news for Team Secret, unfortunately. I mean, that's how NAOS should have played that C round, but they lost against the Eco. They're really just playing the spike, dropping all of the util, playing these deep crossfires. Every time Team Secret tries to make a move somewhere,
Last player
there's a
standing.
crossfire or some counter util, making their life very difficult.
Flash placed.
Absolutely. Again, the way that NAOS has been
Try
playing,
not to die.
chaining a lot of these important ultimates utility to open up a
Time
site.
to jump.
It's been quite stellar. Look at this 3-stack Pilski onto Mound. The flash might catch them by surprise, and exactly that's happening. Nakia out for blood here. White Cat wants to escape, pretty much trapped here, maybe hoping to find somebody, but none. They're going to A.
Yeah.
Gotta go.
I mean, they found space over there. They know that those two picks are going to pull the rotation back across. I mean, this is just NAOS playing with their food, essentially. We have past Schofield over here. I mean, he needs to 1v5 to win this game, and he's going to have a chance to do it.
Oh, down 28. Zahn spots him out. But it's true. Our Schofield shots have been quite scary. Suka down to 2. White Cat, full HP. Hand in hand, they will see this 3v2 situation. But with Suka so low, maybe there might be a chance. No, Xavier K once again. Wait a minute, has Xavier K... I think he died once so far, right? This entire round 9? No, 3 times. 3 times.
He's died a couple times.
Very impressive stats. Yeah.
Still the goat. This setup is just... I don't know, that just leaves a bit of a sour taste in your mouth. You're playing against Yoru, you have no anti-flash protocol. Your chamber's already dipped into water. After like 5 seconds has elapsed, you're not like sticking with the setup. Just looking pretty grim for Team Secret, I'm not gonna lie.
Where are
This is their map pick as well, but this is a map that NAOS is well drilled on. They're confident playing it.
It's quite classic. Ooh. Zahn try to duel again, but this time leaving the spike onto A lobby first. You gotta love the first 20 seconds for NAOS. They're very patient with it. They're not in a hurry. They want information, and then they act accordingly.
Yeah,
Get
you
lost.
can see Team Secret. They're just, I mean, I don't even blame past Schofield for going for that pick top site. Like, he's just trying to make something happen. This game is
Teleport's
not
ready.
going well.
There.
And I can't blame the guy for feeling like he needs to make a play or find an opening pick. White Cat the same.
Whew.
But unfortunately, he's been very unsuccessful. And when your chamber isn't finding any value on the defensive side of Lotus, I got bad news for you when you move on to attack. You're not finding enough rounds.
Yeah. Yep. Definitely going to be rough later on. 30 seconds on the clock. They're in no rush at all. They're already there. The only one
30 seconds
is
left.
aware of all this is the rest, with White Cat now.
Teleport's ready.
Spike
Let's see.
planted.
Anything, instead he is found.
Throwing some powers in. But it's not getting any easier. Man, Outlaw has been really abused lately, anti-eco. Especially in Pacific. Seems like now's catching up on that a bit.
Oh, Roy Dream just stuck in this corner. Zan is going to divide the rest of this area. The beautiful headshot by Prodigy, but Xavier K ready for the shorty kill. 9-1. NAOS again every round. They just know what to do.
I mean, they're looking like the much more well-drilled team. They've got much better chemistry. They understand the protocols of the map. This looks like, you know, a bit of a half-cooked comp for Team Secret, that they haven't really had the time to drill what they should be doing in certain setups. They just don't have those same level of reactions as now. Finally, they've got a good read here, though. This is a big A trap for Team Secret, or maybe an A fight here.
Anti-flash for anti-flash. But they divide the rest of this area. Beautiful scan, though. Boy Dream is going to squat Zan out, removing one of the duelists. And that's going to be a 3K for Team Secret, down to a 2v2. But PTC and Xavier K, they're ready for this to even out the numbers. Remember, Xavier K, a monster of a clutch player, sees the legs, deals a bit of chip damage, and Xavier K has an opening here to plant the spike.
He's going to get Nightfall off this plant. Could help them close out this post plant, as NAOS look to play it both on spawn side here.
Here we go. They are aware. You can see a bit of an off angle here as White Cat will just rotate towards stairs, rejoin Suka, and play the buddy system. Now they have to guess where the rest is going to be coming from. PTC. Smoke expires. They're going to double peek. Finds the one. No trade. Nightfall activated. 87 HP. And the beautiful spray down by Xavier K. He just knows what to do.
It's like the third round. He's clutch for
round
NAOS.
in the half.
Yep.
Just kind of adding insult to injury for Team Secret, unfortunately. Every round that gets down into a close XVX, Xavier's just winning it, or Moja's clutching inside the pit. And the rest of the rounds are not looking particularly close. And that's a round you have to be closing out. But again, once it gets getting messy in the mid round, and these NAOS players are just a little bit better at coming out clutch, a little bit more clued on than what Team Secret are showing us. Just comes down to that experience factor, that veterancy.
Oh, my cat.
I'm back.
Bots this all out. Teleport is forced down. Prodigy has his back. Literally, his overdrive is activated. Trying to get the electric laser hands on the board as White Cat is able to at least get a trade. 3v3. Looking really good of a situation for Team Secret right now. Response in a 2v1 situation. Moja does not have the spike, but they have to guess where the last player is going to be. Now they know. And there is going to be the Vice ult activated, but Moja able to hop his way out of there. And therefore, still has his guns.
Yeah. Team Secret just going to play this one together. Hold hands, see if they can find that 2-on-1.
Oh, 56. And a jiggle peek there. Divides it with a molly. And now just tries to find the one, but Car Schofield, we mentioned, he is the sharpshooter of Team Secret Academy. And whenever I look back, it's always Car Schofield on the MVP back in VCTPH when his team was able to seal that victory. But let's take a look at that replay again.
Yeah, I mean, see, NAOS really trying to force this one. Finally, a clutch goes the way of Team Secret Academy. So, look, they've got a lot of work to do.
Close this out at the very beginning with this pistol round.
It's going to be a big A fight here, Riku.
Absolutely. Here we go, Zan. Really no hesitation whatsoever, but Suka takes him down almost immediately. But the big sandwich of the paranoia is stuck in this corner. Now they're going all right in. The shots from NAOS are deadly. Car Schofield still alive. And it's all about Nakia and Moja now to stop this plant or to play retake.
Yeah, Nakia battered and bruised here. Only could take one shot from the pistol. Moja has beat them on the rotation here.
Invite at the ready. See. Can spot anything out. Tip damage, 5 HP still. Able to get value off of his life. Car Schofield playing very close. Tries to play unexpectedly. But now they know where he's going to be coming from. It is quite the shot from Car Schofield. The tracking is insane by this man.
No charges.
This guy's crazy. What a name as well. He sounds like some kind of like preacher or like some kind of vacuum cleaner salesman. Sounds like a middle-aged black man out here. But he's a sharp Filipino
One
guy,
enemy remaining.
apparently.
He is. This one, impressive. Again, very impressive every single time he does one of those things.
Yeah.
And now, here we go. Team Secret, holding on. Able to get that anti-eco on the board for them.
I'm definitely going for vacuum cleaner set. Just cleaning everything up right now.
True.
Pretty much the only one doing very much for Team Secret, to be fair. Every single time this guy's fragging, he's putting rounds on the board, and there haven't been that many of them, unfortunately. Lloyd Dream gonna get himself closer to a dimensional drift. Is an ult that you do want to prioritize nice and early on, because once you start getting those Yoro ults rolling, then the rounds kind of play themselves a lot of the time.
Yeah, all of a sudden, you know, it's a little bit quiet. All of a sudden, it will be quite the bombastic fight in the mid-round. Wildcat was able to push a bit further because of the smoke dropping down. Zan and, what do you call this, Anakia, very patiently going across this with a 3-man push. Wildcat just going to try to run away, but guess what? Zan's going to come here and just rush you down. Gets a free outlaw on the table, but Plant's going to go down either way.
That's very bad news. Lloyd Dream's the only one with full armor here, so this outlaw could start getting to work and causing a bit of an upset here, Riku.
It's pretty scary. Especially they won that one. Schofield again. With his sharp shooting, they have to take him down before anything else. They're not in a very comfortable position for retake. There's the cross from Zan. 1v1, pretty much focused on that area. And that's a 3k for Schofield. The only one left is PTC. Is going to go down as well. Quite a fast execution here from Team Secret.
Yeah, crisis avoided. As you see Team Secret losing a couple sets of armor and a Spectre. But outside of that, not too bad of an anti-eco. Now go into the bonus round here. White Cat. That was honestly a good opportunity for him to potentially farm up a early 2 of the fourth, but it's really not connecting on too much this game. He needs to get rolling, otherwise he's like, Chamber is already an agent that on the attacking side is kind of dead in the water sometimes, so if you're not fragging, it's kind of just a pointless pick, really.
Does get a little rough. Able to cross at least here for the side of Team Secret, as the rest of NAOS is going to try to pull back and play a bit further into the site.
Yeah, Nakia has got that info line over C Mound. Front B has just been cleared by NAOS as well. They just have the whole map. Team Secret only have a little bit of A pressure, but it's not something that they can turn into something else happening, and it does seem like there might be a bit of a fight over C Mound or a front B re-clear on the cards here for Team Secret.
Prowler getting taken out gives a bit of information. People are there. Nakia's gonna possibly catch this onslaught from Team Secret, but will be a bit more elusive as utilities are now being brought out, able to escape. A little bit of chip damage at least.
Yeah, good job denying that info from Team Secret. Now it's spread around the map, not really sure what's happening. That's actually a pretty nice macro understanding there for Team Secret. Has left PTC alone on this A site, all on his lonesome. He'll probably just have to try to buy time and play retake for now.
Ooh, the smoke's quite the deadly one. Of course they're going to anticipate that maybe someone's there. 13 seconds on the clock. Prodigy finds PTC, but Sound, guess what? There's another one inside the smoke. 8 seconds just to plant the spike. A Savvy AK is going to drop and threaten the spike planter. Is able to come in time again. This player, quite the scary man. But Schofield as well. Could be the same. Now he's rushing in, finds the headshot, but Mojer is gonna try to dig this down, but the spray towards the box is gonna be enough to prevent the spike from being defused. Schofield has done it again.
This guy's unbelievable. Like, he's talking about these academy players that we see in ChallengersSEA. This is just another guy that you're like, yeah, I mean, you can see him getting the move up. Team Secret these days, giving the academy players that aren't even Filipino the move up. So I'm sure they'll be feeling quite happy if we get a Filipino player on the academy team start fragging out of control. Feel pretty
Oh, yeah.
confident that you could give him a crack, perhaps.
And because of that, you got your ultimate available for Par Schofield here. And a bit on the eco side for NAOS. Crazy stuff. Here comes the macro at play once more. Spading a couple of sounds and utilities to force out any rotation from from NAOS.
Cheeky little high-low. Just trying to get the Sheriff tag and a body shot from the Marshal. We'll take care of White Cat here. Unfortunately, the Sheriff doesn't connect, so he's going to get 2 freebies. Nice little +2 to the tour de force. Finally getting some value with the Outlaw. Hopefully that's going to give him a little bit more confidence to start making some moves on the chamber here.
One enemy remaining.
Dream. Good transfer on that Phantom. Opens up C.
I got the spike.
Just Xavier K, the only one left. But we'll get Nightfall on the next round.
Yep. Honestly, like, Team Secret's attacking side going pretty clean so far. Money's starting to look nice. Xavi trying to make the money look a little bit worse, but he's going to be paranoid and peek out. Nice little team play there from Team Secret. You had even the follow-up of the Arc Rose through the bloody kitchen sink at the man with the Sheriff. That's how scary Xavier K is. And Team Secret now 6 rounds on the attacking side. Good economy behind them. Getting close to some big impact ults. They could go on a little bit of a run here unless NAOS have got a better defense in the back pocket than we've seen so far.
I agree. Right now, it started off as if NAOS could possibly get away with Lotus, but no, Team Secret, just as you said, looks much better on their attacking side. Definitely more coordinated. Par Schofield incredibly confident. And a lot of these, rushes and a lot of these shots are really starting to ramp up.
Yeah, I think for NAOS, what I want to see is for them to do something a little bit closer to what they did in one of the earlier rounds, which is they were contesting a little bit more for map control. Team Secret did a really good job of denying them info, pushing them off that C-mount info line, pushing them off front B before kicking off that A execute. Showed some really, really good macro understanding of info lines and how you can keep the defense rotations honest. So NAOS just kind of need to do the opposite of that. They need to take some specific control of some part of the map. They have a really good Poppy flood comp, don't get me wrong, especially with the Viper Wall and the Yoru Neon. Nightfall's a good retake tool as well, so they can lean on those things, to be fair. But look, I really think they need to bully this Team Secret comp a little bit, because when they're running Chamber Vice, you shouldn't be able to just contest the map. You don't really have the tools to do that.
I agree. It's only after post-plan is when they're able to retaliate, as again, White Cat does it again. Mojer might be a little bit of trouble here, no escape whatsoever. Trying to find something before he falls, as he's gonna get rushed down anyway. Xavier K trying to make things happen. The door's gonna open, close in a few, as they double peek that with a swing from White Cat as they start to ramp up. And in a blink of an eye, a buy round from a timeout. PTC is the only one left.
Yeah, I mean, things are falling apart at the seams for NAOS. They just took their time out into this defensive side of gun round, knowing that, if I'm the coach of NAOS, I'm saying, all right, boys, attackers have good economy. They got some big ults coming up. We got to get to work. This is going to take a fair bit of time to get into this game, and then to just get absolutely battered in the follow-up gun round by just I would say a dimensional drift, but I didn't even feel like it was the dimensional drift that had that much impact. It was just Team Secret taking C-mount control. They tried to peek into that contest, what looked like quite sloppily, and they got punished by just the dry aim duels. White Cat took the head off Nakia, and the rest was kind of history. They just got absolutely folded. So that's not what you want to be seeing if you're NAOS off the back of a timeout. And honestly, what was looking like a really one-sided game that NAOS could never have lost is now looking like Team Secret have got a really good chance of actually winning Lotus here.
I agree. The snowball potential of Team Secret right now on attacking side, they've got a lot of these key ults that are still not utilized because they didn't even need to in the previous rounds. That's a scary thought. NAOS needs to bait these out before they get a more comfortable round, if you will.
Arcrow's not scanning anything, so White Cat feeling comfortable enough to prod and contest A a little bit with their TP still up. Progression smoke there for Team Secret as they try to bait some kind of C trap. But there is no C-trap here for now, so they're playing a defensive setup with the Viper Orb. All cleaned out. Team Secret, this is just no nonsense, no frills, attack side defaulting. Trying to read, see what the setup of NAOS is and not try to get caught off guard by any BS.
White Cat. And quite the performer after the, especially after the swap. So far has been dealing a lot of these opening kills. Might be a possibility, but there's a bit of a high-low that's happening top of the box. They gotta be careful. The cross is gonna happen. White Cat, how? Was that possible? With an immediate double kill, Zan is gonna try to play behind the door, perhaps for something special, but
30
instead they
seconds
pivot towards the other side. Overdrive. It's gonna get activated, but they're all the way over here.
This is gonna run out. It's just a wasted overdrive.
Yeah. Closure. Okay. And now, all of a sudden, very doable round. Xavier K and Zan alive. Steel Garden activated. Schofield, the two biggest clutchers for both teams here available. Schofield with a sharpshooting. Let's see if Xavier K is gonna fall in the hands of Suka. They were not able to reach these important big weapons on the ground, but nonetheless, 2 away from even. Team Secret climbing back in this game.
Yeah, NAOS getting pummeled right now. They keep trying to play these aggressive setups, contesting the map control of Team Secret, which I think looking at the comp is the correct play. You do not want to let Team Secret just work the map. They don't even have that good of a comp to do that with Chamber Vice, but every time NAOS plays one of these aggressive setups looking to take a fight, they're just not really hitting their shots.
You want to play? Let's play.
Exactly. Oh dear. Zad was just trying to cross. Oh dear. Nakia though, able to keep things even at least.
Yeah, he pulled out the AWP, able to punish the chamber peeking with the tour de force. Still has this info line here on C-bound. This needs to be a prowler, and it will be.
There we go. He has not been a point of contention just yet, ever since the swap happened. Store makes a sound. Nakia is wary for any possible cross-Loy dream, though, playing a very dangerous game here. Possibly could trigger the clone, spot out any reaction as the smoke dissipates. But nothing just yet, as there's an additional Viper wall waiting. Perhaps now they know. 40 seconds on the clock. Looks like B is the point of attack, or C. There's many choices here.
Mojo has a pit. Just wondering if he's going to rip it. Out comes the Nightfall. He's caught fully blind. He's not going to be able to get to use that. He just gets caught out in the open.
Yep, not at all. Suga now getting the plant down. Have to wait for everything to expire as Dimensional Drift activated. Nakia scouting for information for PTC. Here comes the Paranoia activated. That's a good opening kill for this retake. Now they're playing towards the side. Headshot from PTC. Lower ground coming from the rest of the players of Team Secret. As PTC is going to come from the side. Suka, though, finishes it off. And now it's 1 away from even.
Yeah, I'm not sure what other info NAOS had around the map that last round, but I could have sworn that should have been a pit trap B for Mojo. Unlucky to get caught on the cross. That goes 1 for 1.
Yeah.
Okay, so it looks like a Yoru didn't have info on Mount, and I don't think the A player had much info either. Which is kind of what I was saying about NAOS before. It's like, even in the 4-on-4 there, I mean, it's why you say a lot of the time 4-on-4s favor the attackers in TAC FPS. They just had no info.
I'll find you.
Not at all. Oh, early big fight over here, possibly on TA. Zan deals first blood. Now, Team Secret has the upper hand. There's still a stack full of players towards the boxes there. And it's only that Viper wall trying to protect that single player. Now Mojo has to run all the way to A against 3.
He used the pit in this round on the half bite. I don't get this. That's actually a little troll for now. It's like, this is the only big impact ult that you had. You've been struggling to get gun rounds, even in vanilla gun rounds, even in rounds with ults. And you're going to burn the pit in a round where you have a half buy and stack A to try to win it. Instead of having the pit for the gun rounds that you're struggling to win anyway. I do not get that from NAOS. Not going to lie. Major, I hope it's a miracle.
Possibility.
He's got a judge and a dream.
Here we go. There's at least the Cloud. It's gonna get spotted out by the Prowler. Not able to get into half at least, but they are forced in his domain, by the way. Switches to a different weapon. Doesn't have a lot of time. Par Schofield again, the biggest clutch master there is for Team Secret. He does it again, and now it's even.
He just hits him with a one-tap dirt nap. That's all this man is dishing out this whole game. This guy's so sharp. 24 kills. Never heard of this guy in my life. Not gonna lie. I guess the Philippine CS enjoyers really eating good today. It's like Philippines Valorant, I should say.
Enemy remaining.
Par Schofield, back in VCTPH, whenever there's, you know, when an MVP happens, it's usually always him. And then he has this really amazing photo of, like, I think it's like graduation photo. And I think that has been quite the, like a graduation outfit. Well, not grad outfit, but he was wearing like a tie and a polo. And that has been quite the iconic shot from Par Schofield back then at VCTPH.
He's a dapper gentleman, you're saying.
Yeah, real. Exactly.
Oh, man. Well, he's doing some... he might be well-mannered out of the server. He might be a scholar, but he's doing some dirty things that a gentleman would never do inside the server. NAOS, another timeout for them. This has been a woeful defense. Like, if you're a top 3 team inside of SEA here, you cannot be getting slapped this hard when you were up. I don't even know what it was. They're up 10-2 at the half. Look at this, bloody 8 rounds in a row for Team Secret. They're misusing their ults. They're running these setups that are getting dismantled by, I gotta be honest, nothing special. Like, Team Secret are just working the map. They're kind of dry peeking stuff. They're using a comp that doesn't even have that much utility to really contest the map. It's mostly just Yoru flashes and the Prowlers. And most of the time, they're not even using those.
Yeah, it's the big 1v1 duels that has been happening. White Cat has been winning a lot of those. Par Schofield has been clutching like hell every single time as well. And now, let's see what the adjustments are going to be for NAOS.
And they're fighting front B here. Sheer triggered.
Flash trap
Team
destroyed.
Secret looking to potentially re-clear that with a little bit of fade util here. Or just leave old reliable Par Schofield behind. Big fight over Mound on the cards here.
Absolutely. Going triggered. Zan can't see a single thing. Hide inside his own wall. A Savvy AK trying to anticipate a push from B. Looks like no couple of footsteps. Door could possibly be open. A big sandwich could happen. Lloyd Dream activates. Oh, but the smoke though dissipates and a quick peek is enough. Paranoia onto 2 players. Prodigy though able to take down Zan.
TP.
Now it's a big even fight.
Oh, they're still going C. I thought they would rip the Omen TP for sure here.
PTC, be careful. Watch out, one head. 1v2 situation, but Nakia's going all the way from B with a big rotate. Pressure is building. No time for Team Secret here. Prodigy's gonna just wrap around. He climbs on top. Now it's time to plant the spike. And Nakia is gonna have his knife out. Classic at the hand. At the ready, rather. No sound has been made. 30 HP for Prodigy inside the smoke. If you tap that spike, you reveal information, and that is going to be enough. Beautiful clutch by Nakia to destroy the 8-round streak that TS has been building.
Yeah, nice setup for NAOS, and they really trusted it. 2 C mount, 2 front B. They had Nakia on that Op A info line that never got dealt with, and that's kind of what I was talking about. It's like, you have the Yoru on that A info line. There's not many ways that the attackers can really push him off of that if they're really committed to contesting Mount and B, which means that NAOS just get to sit with their stack inside the door, front C. And even with the Dimensional Drift invested by the attackers there, I think the key part of that round was definitely Zan finding the little timing to sneak inside of the orb.
Cutting through.
Here comes an operator for Nakia. Just inside the smoke again, but a lot of these pre-fire is quite scary. You might get taken out. It's actually pushing towards the smoke. Able to find an opening, but doesn't get the shot. Prodigy finds him first.
Perfect movement behind the
Face your
wall.
fear!
Down's gonna Gonna catch them off guard here. They're not ready for this push.
One enemy remaining.
And Mojer and Zan just mowing them
Spike
down.
A.
Parscofield, the only one left in a big 1v2 again. The Clutch Master. Able to cross away from the site, go to stairs. 60 seconds on the clock. There is still time. And now they have to keep the rest guessing. He does have the spike, so he can move towards the other parts of the area.
He's read it well.
Unless...
Wrapping back to B now. Does have the Steel Guard in one kill. Arc Rose and Thorns in the back pocket as well. Now it's just sticking together. They smell like something's up. And I think they can... I don't know if they can hear those steps towards Waterfall. I could have sworn those would have been close enough. Yeah, now they're in hot pursuit here towards Waterfall.
Steel Guardian available. They're going to come from Waterfall, and PTC spots him out. NAOS able to win back-to-back into match point.
Yeah, Team Secret, they've been so patient every single map round, time and time again. But that's a round where they find a free pick onto the Yoru, and for once, they just kind of send it off the back of that. I think that comes down to the fact that last time they saw Yoru on A, or rather last time Yoru was unaccounted for, they knew that he was on the A info line solo playing with the TPs, and they saw the other two players on Mountain Doors. So I think they were reading that as now it's just running the same setup back.
Match point.
And they end up running into a pretty heavily stacked A site where they think that they can speed up. They just run into a big crossfire and get absolutely minced. So after all of this work, what was that, 8 rounds in a row there for Team Secret?
Yeah.
It looks like they're about to fall over at the final hurdle. Unless they can put the pieces back together here in round 23 and 24. They're going to take a timeout to do exactly that. Try to come up with something. And for now, so I think they're breathing a bit of a sigh of relief because this game was going quite poorly for them. And if they hadn't had such a huge lead in the first half, they almost certainly would have already lost on this defense.
100%. That 10-2 start from them felt like they were going to win, the rest of the rounds after the switch. But defensive Team Secret, very, very impressive stuff. White Cat getting a couple of early frags. Parscofield mid to late rounds with crazy clutches. But also, NAOS trying to pick up the pieces and refused, maybe they don't want this overtime because the way that Team Secret was playing earlier, it is a possibility.
For sure. They could definitely string 2 together. They even had a man advantage last round. Oh, that money is rough, though. That's not what you want to be trying to chase down the end of the game. With Prodigy going to be wielding a bucky, definitely will be trying to bunker down in one of these smokes or going for some kind of cheeky TP play at some point here. See what Team Secret have come up with.
Here we go. Possible early fight here. Overdrive activated. There's the paranoia. A big one at that. Then can see a single thing at the moment, but still going to continue the onslaught. Prodigy goes down. -2 immediately. They want to end this right here, right now. The spike cannot be reached. And they have to force their way and get onto the spike. But no. White Cat, Parscofield, the only one left. Zan's going to keep pushing. Takes him down. One more. What is happening? Mojer able to take him down, Parscofield down at least, before any other disaster could possibly happen.
All on White Cat. Will be given control of the spike, but that's about it. Now it's just wanting to try and play this one together. They don't know where the chamber is. They know that he usually is the A lurker, though.
Up and down. There we go. PTC ends this map on a side of Lotus.
Yeah, it could be quite a pacey comp with the Neon Yoru. You can also run a lot of fakes and set plays, and the rotation time of both the Gate Crash and the Neon just sprinting around everywhere can give you some pretty interesting timings to take advantage of. Early on here for Team Secret, just the Trip holding onto that B control. They have the camp to spot out the toes on the Gary Cross, and they are leaning a little bit more heavily towards a Breach Maid, offered some supportive utility. Looking for White Cat to maybe try to go for a pick on Sewer here as NAOS try to take a lobby control.
Yep, incredibly classic, waiting for that big fault line just to stun the rest onto lobby, but that information can't really hold on to that just yet. White Cat, however, very dangerously close, gets chipped by the dart. Has to pull away.
See Team Secret leaning a little more heavily towards A. Now it's just clearing out front B. They have dealt with the trip already, courtesy, I'm assuming, of a shock there from Xavi.
There we go. Big execute onto B. Zan jumping up, trying to make things difficult. Decide to just create some sort of distraction. But here comes first contact. PTC destroys White Cat almost immediately. Suka, however, finds a second shot. Couldn't find a third. His motor takes him down. 3v3 now. Dead even.
Team Secret forced into a retake scenario already. Little bit of breach use here could help them get in. You still have the paranoia and one smoke thrown out there on the short.
Playing from up top. Lloyd Dream's gonna get spotted out by Xavier K into a 3K. Oh my word, that all happened within a split second.
Not bad. I could get used
Couldn't
to
get
that.
out spawn side. But that's exactly what I was talking about. Like, that shove on front B to pull the rotations is exactly what I meant when I was saying the gate crash. You can even see Nakia, after just pressuring front B, is already TP'd towards the lane. So nice little fake play where you throw up the fast lane and throw in one Yoru flash. You just kind of tickle front B to pull the rotation off of A. And the rest of your team just walks out A, and you've already got your Yoru in position. And your Neon sprinting on over. Defense just
angle
no idea
by-
what hit him.
Exactly. Couldn't get a plan of escape as Zan finds the frag. And here we go. Par Schofield again. The sharpshooter of Team Secret. And a couple of shots just to upgrade towards the sheriff, and he goes his merry way. Oh. He comes back his merry way.
Portal closed.
Question mark.
Time to jump.
The gate crash is gonna happen here. Just a couple of chip damage, knock it down to 50.
Boy Dream playing up close here, will get scanned.
Woo!
Fault line does keep the defense back for now, but he catches a shock dart. Great pair of hands there.
Deploying drone.
Very scary stuff. So many on the side of Team Secret. Falling down like dominoes. A little bit of a duel. Suka wins. Par Schofield tries his best.
Yeah, the whiffage is definitely making this one a little
Spike
more
planted.
expensive than it needed to be for NAOS, but
Yeah.
Nakia will clean it up. 3 alive as they go into their bonus with 3 of the rifles they were bringing on in there. So not too bad. Looks like Moja did go for a little bit of a bonus, so if anything, they probably just lost a Marshal there. And a Ghost. Couple sets of armor. That's not too bad of an anti-eco. Let's see what Team Secret are going to be running into this first gun round here.
Spike planted.
I'm really curious so far. A lot of baits that has been happening on the side of now. It's just a force rotations from Team Secret to lower their guard. Now it is going to be another stack. Ooh, cross spotted. Zan gonna keep going in. Headshot. There's another player. Doesn't matter. They're concussed. Another slide. Prodigy. Shuts Zan down. Lloyd Dream in a bit of an off angle here. Still
Last
able to
player
make
standing.
things work. Triple kill for Prodigy. PTC will deny that Shroud step. Actually gonna go back. Bait out a sound cue. Has the spike. But it is going to be a little rough for PTC to make things work against 2.
Prodigy might just catch him on the cross here. Off angle is beautiful from Prodigy. Big 4K from him to deny what was actually a pretty nice bonus attempt from NAOS. Xavi had an early Hunter's Fury there and ran a very similar strat to what I've seen RRQ do in one of these earlier rounds, which is just the drone up over the top when you do have that early Hunter's Fury with wrestle control of long A. Zan, with full confidence, is just sprinting on down there. Got like the reincarnation of Monya himself. And does a lot of damage. If Prodigy doesn't get 4 there for Team Secret, I dare say that's probably be a pretty easy bonus conversion for NAOS.
Fake teleport.
Yeah, absolutely. Looks like now is trying to reel things in a little bit, slow down the pace, because honestly, the success that they've acquired at Lotus starts at the 60-second mark. For anything else, we'll see here. Different kind of approach from NAOS.
Trip spotted out. NAOS prepping themselves for the B pop here. Wildcat tucked into backside, needs to have some impact.
One down.
Whoop! Backside, just as he said, White Cat into the cloud burst, trying to cross into safety. A couple of shots being sprayed down. Zan finds one. Beautiful stuff. Poor Schofield goes down. Inside the smoke, once again they go. Mojer, though, sneakily makes his way towards window. He finds another pick. Spike's been planted. The rest of Team Secret slowly being dismantled, but it's 3v3. This Prodigy might start to open things up once again. Savvy ready for the recon dart, as the smoke is there to prevent things from happening. Scan's not gonna happen. Nonetheless, Hunter's Fury now activated towards window. Prodigy's gonna hunt for the Hunter, and that he will be successful. Mojer coming from backside. They know where he is. He's down to one shot, basically. He's gonna sneakily make his way towards the back, and a triple K to finish things off.
Yeah, nicely done from NAOS.
I find them. I kill them.
There's no info for either one of these teams on the A side of the map. They drone straight through garage, try to pull a rotations over towards C, but you can see, I mean, Team Secret was kind of ready for this. They had a lot of players around the lead stand, the Jet tucked into backside, but it's Mojo who really makes the biggest difference in this round on the lurk up through garage. You can see that Team Secret, they were ready to play around the Hunter's Fury. They were cognizant of the fact that Xavi was tucked in towards window. They went ahead and hunted him down, but unfortunately, Mojo just got too much done there. And as such, Team Secret back down onto pistols. White Cat does have a hero rifle on the Jet here and is going for a little bit of a mid push.
And no one's gonna spot that out at all. There is perhaps just that gate crash available. I don't think it's gonna be used anytime soon, however. Mojer's eyes on the crevices of window, but no one wants to push just yet.
Now it's just taking their time.
Unless instincts ticking. White Cat wins that one. The transition there outside, but will spot out Zan, and they get a lot of these important picks. There's the dash activated, tries to go away. That's just the clone cloud burst. He actually re-enters window. Big mind games paying off now for the side of Team Secret here.
I have the spike.
PTC gets his hand on the spike. Can TP in one. I don't know if that C long orb is actually still there for the taking. It's not. Team Secret playing this one together. Just seeing if you are going to get PTC crossing back towards that A side of the map. Lloyd Dream close enough to be able to hear this plant going down. It's a huge round for White Cat. If Team Secret can convert this one, it will break the economy of NAOS.
That's quite the possibility.
Is ready.
Careful there.
Comes ultimate available for PTC. Question is, where does he play post plant? He could wrap around, go towards window, spot out the stack. I don't think anybody's going to expect this. Perhaps they'll expect a C long play, but Lloyd Dream is ready for this. And there he is, quite the worth, you know, guard up coming from Lloyd Dream there.
That's the biggest round you've got from White Cat so far this series, to be honest. Huge 3k to win a thrifty round that Team Secret didn't have much business winning. You can see they put the faith in it right from the start of the round. Chucked the Vandal into his hands and said, take over. And that's exactly what he did. Now it's now broken. After converting a very big gun round of their own, which took the Hunter's Fury away from them as well. Hunter's Fury traded back for Team Secret Academy and just a really nice 3-on-1 conversion.
Great stuff by Team Secret. We'll see now a lot of ultimates available on the side of NAOS. Let's see how they're able to convert that this round.
Looks like a C plate.
Here comes the scan. Schofield playing a very dangerous game here. Playing inside the smoke, hoping to get the timing, but this tripwire will prevent him from doing anything funny. PTC, smoke expires, doesn't spot anyone. Ducks in a corner. But Savvy AK might get spotted here. A lot of safety. They really are very disciplined here. Now, Schofield still able to spot things out. Savvy AK able to retaliate, but guess what? White Cat is right there to pounce and is able to get that sandwich from window as well. Prevents the paranoia from kicking in. Suko with another frag. 2v2 situation. Things are not looking good.
One enemy
Inside
remaining.
of NAOS. He's now surrounded with a classic in hand. The defuse is going to go down. Now it's 3-3.
Thanks.
It's a very winnable round for NAOS, though. Honestly,
True.
really liked
is
what they
over.
did there. It's a full retake set up there for Team Secret on C. NAOS bide their time. You don't have
Stay
Zan
close
popping the
as a bow
overdrive
stream.
too soon.
The
He
fight
holds onto
commences.
it until they want to go for that shove through spawn, but they just pull the trigger a little bit too early. They expect Team Secret to be a little bit faster, a little bit more organized. I love that push into garage with those two players. They had a really nice paranoia over on spawn side, but with how long Team Secret took to get organized, coming in for that retake, unfortunately, it comes a little too early. Back towards this
I agree.
A contest.
Cage trigger.
Oh. See? Still gonna get scanned. Good thing no chip damage from Mojer. Now they know where the operator player is.
Jet op is on A. Once
Revealing
again,
area.
does seem like a shove towards garage is on the cards here. Triplet's dealt with. Spotted out by Nakia. There's two players here on the site with some good reactive utility. Breach and Omen can be hard to run into.
It's all up to Nakia and Zan to lead the charge here with their utility. Prevent anything from happening, but even if you have that big wall from the neon, you're still gonna get spotted out. Surprise! Prodigy and Loitream. Gonna tag team there. Very satisfied with what they've done. And now they're pretty much sandwiched into this very small area in garage. Our Schofield ready for anyone that decides to exit. They will now rotate away from all this, but B seems to be the more doable spot.
That's the only part of the map that's open right now. Cam keeping that garage lurk in
30
check.
seconds left.
Dart goes in towards Link. There's space to plant here for Xavi, but that's about where the good news ends, unfortunately.
Yep. Surrounded. White Cat ready for Link. Re-smoking. Eeny, meeny, miny,
enemy
mo.
remaining.
Middle is going to get
Spike
spotted by
down
Suka.
B.
10 seconds on the
10
clock.
seconds
Let's see if
left.
TTC can get some exit frags here before anything else. But oh dear! The fancy feed from Prodigy PTC with 5 HP. Sees the nuzzle. Tries to escape. Enough damage, I suppose, but that was pretty impressive for the couple of seconds before the round ended.
Yeah, I mean, now it's got into garage early. They dealt with the trip. They knew that the jet op was on A, and they still took 20 to 30 seconds to kick off any kind of execute. Like, they just dry contact. Like, I don't mind the dry contact here because
One
they
enemy
are...
remain.
I mean,
10
not
seconds
that they
left.
would have known this, but they are attacking into Breach Omen on that side, which means that they can't get the reactive utility out. But, I mean, I still just don't get it. Like, they know that the defense has the A info line.
Scanning ahead.
They broke the
Shot
trip,
dart.
but they still just take ages to make anything happen there.
Who's next?
It's true. Quite a lot of hesitation there. Nakia Dimensional Drift activated just to check out sewers. Prodigy, though, is not going to get spotted by this. Still able to take advantage. Ooh, free upgrades coming from Modric PTC with the sharpshooting himself as well. All up to the Operator and the Phantom to get this retake on board.
I mean, got to be past Schofield to make something happen. The Op's going to have a tough time getting back in unless the Blades get
One enemy remaining.
Oh! Fast hands. Coming from PTC. For Schofield. There's no choice but to break this one if he wants to make anything happen. Trying to look for a possible peek. Scared of the player on Heaven. There's just a lot of angles to be wary of, but not a lot of time. Smoke's even there. Decides to smoke. He goes. Nakia just knows what's gonna happen. Now it's dead even for both of these teams.
The dimensional
Team
fabric here
Secret
is thin.
won themselves a
I'll
thrifty,
step through.
and now it's even the odds a little bit. Op now picked up on the attacking side, though, is going to slow things down a little. They may try to go for that front C opening, one that they did before, and look to try to pick the C anchor on the jump spot. Or maybe they hold the sewer line and wait for the jet over there. Couple little options that you can go for with this attacking side op, and it does seem like it's been taken over towards A early on here. Now are going for this C opener though. But Whitecat's on the off angle here with the op. That could be a problem.
Exactly, they smoke that area as well. Catches Zan off of the jump. White Cat repositions. Totally worth. Savvy AK will try to spot out any other information aside from the operator player. Knows that's behind platform.
Yeah, spotted out the ponytail. Suka clearing out mid. Team Secret don't need to do anything special here. They can just play this one by the numbers. Op denied vision over on this C side of the map. You have a few kill trips here for past Schofield on A. NAOS need to try to get into this A site after playing cleanly. They cannot afford to lose more members, but you can see they can tell this is an A site Cypher setup, so they shouldn't be losing any players to the trips here. PTC's been left on the lurk. He does have the From the Shadows to reposition, but he's looking to try to get a kill first.
Hopefully,
Careful now.
see Schofield landing a couple of shots, evading out, beating the operator player inside his own smoke. Mojer, or Xavier K rather, takes down the Cypher.
30
Prodigy
seconds left.
able to repause himself. Xavier K trying to spot out the lingering enemy Omen. Doesn't get the timing, but Mojer nonetheless spots this out. Paranoia, able to cross at least. Gets towards Cubby. Spike walking its way towards B instead.
10
Big
seconds
numbers
left.
here for Team Secret. They cannot afford to lose a pick to the Cypher on the rotation. They knew he was here. At least able to trade that. Oh, Spike does narrowly get planted there for NAOS.
Crazy stuff. Comes the Rolling Thunder activated, jumping into the loving arms of Prodigy there.
enemy
Switches his gun into the Stinger. 1v1 situation. Suka wins that one from that site. And there we go. The defuse happens and Team Secret gets the lead.
Able to pick themselves up a 5th round here. Xavi
Team
in
Ace.
9 rounds has got himself another Hunter's Fury. Once again having a great start to this game on the Recon Enit.
Don't forget that.
Usually does more fragging than you would always get from a player in that role. It's quite curious that they did leave Heaven unsmoked there. You could tell they really wanted to post up and wait for the Cypher to peek off the back of his trips, but they weren't ready for that cage placement, unfortunately, and holding that Heaven line ends up kind of backfiring a little bit.
Yeah, definitely was the plan in mind. Of course, Schofield just really sharp. Now they decided to pick things up when it comes to pacing. It's incredibly fast. Now they're inside the site. Hunter's Fury now activated as well just to provide more space and create more chaos. Sand spots this out. It is okay to eat a couple of friendly fire. Lloyd Dream going to be inside the smoke. Quite the angle here. Nokia knowing that Schofield or anyone will peek from Heaven. They're going in. They're not getting any time of break as the flash has been dodged. And there you go. Even again. Now it's crazy execute from their side as well.
Yeah, really good combo of the From the Shadows to gain info, create a little bit of a pathway for the Neon to slip up into the site, and then the Hunter's Fury off the back of that Neon's contact makes things very, very uncomfortable for the defenders. Really nice paranoia from Suicide thrown in there from PTC, and honestly for Team Secret, they hadn't already lost half their team before they even kicked it off. That retake flood attempt was actually pretty nice. They did get into the site and get a couple of kills for themselves there, but they were already just down 5 on 3, so unfortunately doesn't net them the round at the end of the day, and they're back on the eco.
And no alternates to play with as well, aside from the neural theft. Teleport's gonna come in.
We're shock darting and stunning ourselves. All good.
Nonetheless, they get the site. Team Secret has to play this big retake. 3 from behind, but might get spotted out by Mojer on spawn.
Yeah, trip dealt with.
Here we go.
Camera taken out.
I take the safe way out here. Schofield might fall victim into Mojer's hands. There was a brief moment that I thought Schofield was going to get that one. Now they're forced to actually take this fight. 20 health onto Mojer. Free upgrade on the gun for Suka to take to the next round if they want to keep it.
Surprised, like, Zan is not hunting super hard here. Like, you really want your Neon to get the overdrive coming into the next round, regardless of what the consequences are for the economy. Because he's going into round 12. There you go. He's going to get himself a kill at the end of things.
There you go.
So, overdrive will be picked up heading into round number 12.
Last round before the switch.
A little bit more bang for their buck in this last round of the half here for NAOS.
Quite the close first half for both of these teams. Curious to see if it's going to be a 6-6 or a 7-5 finish for the side of NAOS. Overdrive, just as you said, available. Meanwhile, Neural Theft, Hunter's Fury available for Suka, if able to get a kill or an orb. Not sure if they're able to challenge that at all, because it's quite the big stack there on lobby. Zan going in. Overdrive activated. It's going straight. No fear at all. Wildcat has an angle with the operator here. We'll see. Spots out
Spike down
PTC.
mid.
No controller anymore, but the trade is quick.
Yeah, smoke's dealt with, but the repeat does even up the numbers. You can tell Zan really wanted to deny that orb to Suka right off the bat.
There.
Spots out the Sova. Greedy boy. Hung around a little bit too long for the orb, but now he may be made to pay for it.
Oh, the assists. A little bit trapped, but this gives space from Xavier to go right in. Tries to catch him off guard. Oh, Suka is able to take down Xavier despite being surrounded. Now he's using this smoke as sanctuary, but there's a little bit of a peek right there for Mojer. Take advantage of Neural Theft now activated. Now things are falling apart on the side of NAOS Esports as Zan trying to find something happen off of the Neural Theft. He knows where they are, but doesn't know if he can clutch this out with 10 HP. Tries to slide right in, but Prodigy finds him first. And there you go, the first half ends dead even.
Switching
Yeah,
sides.
credit to Team Secret. They are really giving NAOS a bit of a run for their money here, despite being a brand new roster. Like, first map really starting to work their way into that second half and keep things very competitive. They honestly made that look like a game they could have won.
Enemy remaining.
6-6 on the defensive side against a double duelist comp. Schofield to bring back some of that Lotus form. Try to close this game out. Get some Cypher lurks going. Gary set up really spotted out here by this Suka's dart.
Out of charges.
Oh, spot it out. I'm not gonna bring out the paranoia no more, as Mojer now pretty much trapped in this territory as the actual spread comes right in
mid.
towards middle. It's a big fight. Nakia on towards this corner. No, there's a gate crash available rather, as they reposition from Link to join Xavier K. They retract themselves away from there as they try to escape, but the
One
piece
enemy remaining.
was fake. Guess what? There's a fight. Lloyd Dream now going right in. Fault line almost right there for 7 seconds.
That's good timing here.
Let's see. The guessing game from Garage or no? Spots the one out from platform as Nakia able to dink him down to yellow health bar and to the kill. Good start for NAOS. Very close though.
I honestly love that from Team Secret though. Like, they comboed the util on Garage really well. The flashpoint and the recon bolt meant that that other player in the Gary setup that wasn't behind the double stack box couldn't deal with the recon bolt. Moja gets pushed off the line here, then PTC gets scanned and flushed out by the fault line,
Last player
puts
standing.
Team Secret in an advantageous situation, but unfortunately they're just not able to close, mostly due to some poor timing. Like, I felt like that was a pretty nice pistol round from Team Secret, all things considered. And Suka's having
I
a pretty
agree.
fantastic game here.
16-9-2. Beautiful stuff for him on Haven. Nakia, no one will dare challenge that Sewer's angle for now, as it's a full stack onto B.
Then pushed off. Just a retake setup here for NAOS for the time being. Team Secret looking for a plan. They have forced up here though.
Spike planted.
Exactly. How will they do this retake? Xavier K trying to gain as much information as possible. Only spots out the one as the smoke now dissipates. Zan with a kill traded by Whitecat. PTC gonna play far back. One more shot. Gets one down. Mojer coming from window.
Down.
He's gonna be
Enemy
successful.
remaining.
And now Prodigy, the only one left against 3. Onto backside. Pretty much damaged Xavier K. A possibility to still take this back for themselves.
One enemy
Land an
remaining.
upset onto the round. Switches towards the Bucky. Down to a 1v1 between these Omen players. Has to reload. Tries to bait a shot. PTC still clutches things up for the side of NAOS.
That's a good attempt from Team Secret though. Try to get in there with the force. I love a good round 2 force into a B shove like that. Get the spike down nice and early. They just go straight up the guts. And I was looking at them in the post plant with both of the links smoked and 2 Buckies, and I was thinking this is going to be a nightmare to retake. But now, I mean, this was the turning point. That was a really nice paranoia. Like a preemptive paranoia, knowing that the attackers have nowhere to go really. they
enemy
do go for a
remaining.
force buy like that, they can't just play the first plan for B main and sit back in grass because they just don't have the range for it. So now it's really recognizing that and preemptively util dumping the links, expecting Team Secret to make a play, and they're rewarded for that. Alrighty, well. You have a nice opening pick there for Nakia. Team Secret just on the eco, taking some garage control, trying to get some economy damage onto NAOS. Nice position from PTC with the Outlaw.
Here.
Posted up on the cross. Even Mojo just playing a nice little crossfire with one another.
There we go. Moser though, ramming them down from the crevices of Garage. Crazy stuff by NAOS there.
Ultimate is ready.
100%. Surprised we've had minimal tech issues today, Riku, with the weather. And
Remaining.
Yeah, true. There has been quite the rain and the in the Philippines at the moment. Phew. There we go.
see the
I'm
NAOS
back.
boys on a boot camp, especially even
Feeling
this
it.
early on in
Yeah.
the groups. Taking this
True.
pretty seriously. Oh.
A shot by Zan, still trying to rain down the pain as a response. Repositions. Tries to spot this out. Sees an opening, but White Cat is just much faster.
And Savvy trying to get out of dodge. Back out, not really on the same page. Dodges the throne for now. We'll deal with it. In the meanwhile, PTC catching past Schofield on the lurk, trying to creep up front B. Just really hasn't been his game. He had a phenomenal Lotus, but he's had a bit of a rougher haven.
Agree. Now it's going to be a push onto A here, coming from sewer. Savvy AK will repause. Towards the side, wait for any sort of wraparound from the rest of NAOS. Nakia will join him as well, but gets taken down. Beautiful one
down
tap by
A.
Savvy. Still not stopping. He's gonna get cornered here.
One enemy
And finally
remains.
they take him down,
Last
but guess
player
what? Here comes the
standing.
backstab. And a possible ace to rescue this round. No, PTC denies that. And NAOS goes to 10th.
Oh man, they were so pinned in there. Team Secret. White Cat does his best to try to claw them out of a bad situation. A big 4K. But it wasn't quite enough at the end of the day. Starts off well for NAOS, winning that contest over
One
A
enemy
lobby and
remaining.
keeping control of A long that entire time. Neural Theft revealing that all of Team Secret are sitting inside a short. And they could just never really recover that from that positionally. They were down a man. And kind of caught in between a rock and a hard place. So they're going to take a timeout here. This half hasn't gone the way that they would have wanted. Look, they have been trying to make some plays. They did go for that round 2 force. Big 4K in that last round from White Cat. I think the pistol was going quite well for them as well. So a fair few very winnable rounds for Team Secret, but they still just haven't managed to put one together on this attacking side, unfortunately.
Yeah, the way that NAOS has been playing has been quite impressive. The retakes, the reactions to some of the rushes that Team Secret desires to do has been, again, you know, forcing this timeout, especially the double digits, has reached NAOS now.
Little bit of investment here for Team Secret.
Eyes up.
Bladestorm is there and the Hunter's Fury, so could be a fairly invested approach at trying to actually pick this round up. Across in towards Sewer, unspotted by Zavi, who is one off the Hunter's Fury here, but he needs to be careful not to get caught off guard on A. He is very much all on his lonesome out on an island looking for information. Drone completely dodged by Team Secret. This may give him a false sense of security here. Sensible.
A reposition to heaven, yeah. There we go. Smokes out. That is the signal. Savvy AK finding a couple of shots. Does apply chip damage to White Cat. Maybe even a kill. He's down at 30 HP. Not able to do a thing just yet. Shock Dart now activated. Just more chip damage overall. And I think Savvy AK definitely won that one for a little bit of that, untradeable tussle. Zan also going to join him on top. But we'll see. Transferred now to PTC. It might be a full drop from heaven for the rest of the squad. Flash even ready. And now having this. There's Hunter's Fury activated. The drop happens. Zan is going to get Prodigy as well. Things are looking great for the side of NAOS on this retake. And Par Schofield now false as well. And there we go. 2v1 situation. Suka with the Sheriff. Smoke dissipates. Doesn't land the headshot. And once again, NAOS takes another beautiful retake for themselves.
My ult's ready. Good try.
Really good stuff from Xavi. Once again, showing a fair bit of experience. If he hangs around too long there on A, gets picked, that round could go very pear-shaped. I like what Team Secret did again, though, to be fair. I love the Hunter's Fury there from Suka over there on spawn side. Expecting the majority of the retake to come in from there. I wonder if NAOS was dropping so heavily from Heaven to play around that. Not something I've seen before, but honestly makes a lot of sense. Op is here for Nakia over on the C side of the map, and Team Secret looking to work some control. Need to be careful not to lose a pick early on, and they do throw themselves a nice progression smoke towards top of C.
Now it's with a full utility. It would come see ultimates available. Per Schofield now down to 5 HP. Trying to lurk. Probably try to make something happen here before he falls.
I must wait a moment.
Ooh, shock dart. It's now a horror movie.
That was just to deal with the cam. I was worried that was going to be a bouncer and he was a dead man.
Yes.
Seemed like he's keeping controller short. He doesn't need to overcook it here. In fact, he's caught the best timing in the world. PTC's looking at his teammates'
Able
screen.
to cross. Oh. Cross again. Here's the paranoia. Not gonna eliminate Savvy AK there. Here comes the Rolling Thunder as well. White Cat trying to position on top of the box. Finds PTC. Releasing them out of the equation. And here comes the rest of NAOS as they go in one by one. And it's all up to Nakia to try and clutch this out. 3v1 situation with an operator at that. Probably doesn't have an opportunity to get Dimensional Drift. Wary of a possible flank as he only sees 2 players. Might just save and call it a day.
Yeah, it's sensible for him to save. That was a little unlucky for NAOS. Like, I like the flood attempt. Throw up the fast lane and try to throw out a bunch of utility to try to get into the site. Unfortunately, White Cat's up on top of the double stack with the updraft, which is maybe the worst position to be attacking into. Like, most of those other close angles, you're kind of cutting them up with the fast lane. You're util dumping certain ones so that you can try to set up for your Neon for an entry back into the site. But when the Jet's up on top of the double stack, it is just posted up. Hard to deal with.
Uh-oh. Do they push this? Probably not.
I'm surprised Nakia's even here, posted up on that. Like, yes, he's taking rifles away from Team Secret, who are a little bit brokies. So that makes sense, but he doesn't need the old orb. In fact, he's kind of potentially given old orbs over to the attacking side. Yeah,
One enemy remains.
like, that's the worst position. You could see they wanted to wrap Graffiti side behind the fast lane, and the Jet was just sitting in the best position possible.
I'll cut through.
Yep, sees a clear view of everything, despite, the fast lane being made available there. Nakia won't be able to spot out anyone as the smoke is there.
So, yeah, Team Secret, they have conditioned NAOS to potentially not respect this progression smoke, and now Team Secret is going to execute off the back of it.
Oh, White Cat, rather.
Caught one.
Gonna get stunned, it's fine! What? Modric playing off of the tripwire, beautiful stuff.
Handle this.
This is going to necessitate some aggression from Team Secret. Dimensional Drift comes out in combination with the Hunter's Fury. This is a nightmare.
Oh my word! This is the dismantling coming from NAOS there. Again, their retakes are just so nice to watch from this team.
This is a perfect... That was a perfect round, really, of defensive side of Haven. You get a kill with the trip of the Cypher playing retake. Then you get a Dimensional Drift Hunter's Fury combo that kills multiple players, and then Modric mops up the rest.
Flawless.
Team Secret, I mean, unfortunate.
Out of charges.
It's been a handful of rounds on the attacking side that I would say, honestly, have not looked too bad. I've liked a lot of the things they've done. some of them haven't panned out as well as they might have liked. A few little things to work on. But despite the fact that they're looking like they're going to lose this game, you know, 13-7, 13-8, this hasn't been a bad game behavior for them, especially up against one of the better teams in the league here.
Especially, yeah, exactly. Especially this group is going to be extra competitive. Match point now for NAOS. Mojer with a very aggressive operator angle. Sees the cape of the Sova before anything else. The spray down. Mojer, no fear. Try to switch up weapons. Maybe try to find something for himself. This White Cat already 33 HP.
I know exactly.
Pushes through. They were ready for that. Xavi has traded White Cat in the meanwhile. From top side of B, out comes a neural theft from past Schofield, reveals where both PTC and Xavi are. PTC does have it from the shadows to try to get into position a little bit quicker.
Oh, Xavi AK is prevented to push further. Prodigy waiting for the possible climb towards heaven.
One enemy remaining.
Oh, there's a duel. A little bit of a slow peek there is going to be worth for the side of Prodigy. Xavi 8K. We'll see if you can try to challenge anybody here. Might be doable. Again, Xavi 8K, a massive clutch player on Lotus before. Comes the bounce, recon bolt destroyed. Has to surgically remove each and every angle. Knows where the one, doesn't know where the second is. And there we go, Team Secret Academy. Amazing clutch by these two players.
That was an NT from Xavi though. You can see him
true.
so cerebral, cutting down the angles. He throws a little bouncer under heaven, trying to bait out a player if they were playing at graffiti of peeking into him. This was an incredibly sharp shot. Like honestly, the patience from the Cypher. A lot of people would have peeked there and just died and then given him the 1v1. Really, really nice attempt. Another buy here for Team Secret. They need 4 on the trot if they're going to try to close out this game, and they're staring down the barrel of defensive sided op and potentially a overdrive coming in on the retake. A very patient start to this attacking round. Trip does attempt to be shocked by the defense. Gets picked up there by past Schofield, who, in combination with the fault line, pushes the Yoru off of the line. Drone comes back in to try to re-establish the op. Back into sewers.
Yep, comes back again. Doesn't spot anybody for now. White Cat might get a peek here. Unfortunately, does not connect. Forced out of position.
Naka needs to be careful. He doesn't have a gate crash. Goes for another peek here. He could just die.
Oh, here we go. That's a lot of players crouched up here. Able to still escape with his life despite no gate crash. Repositions again. All very worth. No trade, just health exchanged.
Take this.
Here comes the fault line. Zan with a response with a relay bolt. What a scan coming from the side of Team Secret. And that's all gonna pay off. Zan though, hugging towards this corner. Doesn't know where everybody's gonna be coming from. What a one tap from Zan. Poor Schofield though, shuts him down. All up to Mojer to see if he can try anything from this flank.
He's got a good timing here. Trip, I think was jumped or was dealt with earlier, but spotted out now.
Very difficult. Now you're forced to push. Check every single corner. Gonna expire soon. A smoke for himself. Possibly just forced to save the weapon for the next round.
Another nice round for Team Secret though. That was, what a god dart from Suka. That was unreal.
Oh yeah.
Just scanned the entire setup and they're in a man disadvantage situation and they crack back into the site with 2 picks. It's a round that was going actually quite poorly for them. I love the opening of that round though. There was such a chess match there that the Trip being taken back to dodge the shock dart and then a really nice fault line across sewer with the peak from the Cypher. Then you get the drone in response from NAOS to put the ult back on the liners. A lot of back and forth in the early round there, but Nakia, even without a gate crash, finds a way to find a pick, which NAOS unfortunately just don't convert. At the 5-on-4 there, but Team Secret still, despite being completely rudderless and not really having a plan B in that round, just find a way to 4v5 into the A site and break NAOS's economy.
that Suka peek. Oh, not Suka peek. I mean, that's what literally happened just now, and Team Secret Academy is just happy to take all of these. Overdrive now activated. Savvy AK trying to make something happen from a lobby. But now they know where the last player is, and now they just run the opposite direction.
Yeah. He's going to have to ace if they want to win this round, and he's got a trip keeping C long in check. He's got a cam to deal with. Tries to get grass. Yeah, it's position spotted. Cam should
Spike
get tapped
planted.
here. Indeed it will. So all of that dealt with. Looked like the plant went for defense spawn side. There's another trip top side of C. This is just an untenable situation for Zabi. Best case scenario here, he gets a kill and dies, and we'll have Hunter's Fury going into the next round.
True. That's most likely why, especially it was an eco in this round. They're going to have guns anyway on the next. So it might be a little bit of a worth it attempt for Savvy AK. But there's just a lot of corners to clear in here, and they're pretty much playing the fault line from far away. And with that said, Savvy AK is just going to get the save on the gun.
Team Secret once again. Pushing NAOS to the brink.
Oh.
Another
Maybe?
one. There's a Hunter's Fury.
Yeah, there it is.
They've bloody delivered that straight to his door. Gonna need a healthy tip for the driver there. So that is unbelievable. That's great service from Team Secret, just handing him an ult for free.
Wow. And the immediate timeout off of that as well. I mean, if you think about it, Team Secret has been doing so well from, what, a 12-7 score, and now it's just 2 more to take it to overtime.
It's been a sleepy game for NAOS. Honestly, if I was the NAOS coach, I'd be like, why are we struggling so much to put these guys away? I just put their roster together 5 minutes ago, you know? Like, we've been here grinding third on points overall, making these deep placements time and time again, and this has been more of a struggle for NAOS than it should be. We've got to give credit to Team Secret. They've got a lot of good ideas. Had some players popping off with some good plays. I'm liking what I'm seeing from them. Because, like, you know, I just didn't have huge expectations of them going into this game, but they've over-delivered, at least as far as I'm concerned.
I agree 100%. And if you're looking at it from, you know, NAOS's perspective, who's looking, you know, a lot of these teams are looking towards Ascension. Of course you want to be in your best form, you know, in the next upcoming months, right? Yes.
You gotta be confident going into Ascension. That's the hardest tournament of the year, including champs and all the masters in that. Ascension is a pressure cooker.
Absolutely. Oh, White Cat's gonna skip the skipping rope. Updraft out of there. Savvy AK in a safe spot to Hunter's Fury. There's Goldfield though, all alone. Trade's gonna happen immediately, but Zan with 30 HP might be a little bit difficult. PTC might win the timing here. Still able to escape into a paranoia. And now gets a headshot. Beautiful stuff by PTC here. He might not even stop alongside Zan as well. And I'll calm before the storm. A lot of yellow health bars. PTC gonna push this one. Wins the timing. Spike now in the middle of nowhere. Beautiful headshots. Left and right. And now it's all up to Lloyd Dream. And now they get taken out. 4K to finish this series in a 2-0 with NAOS ending in victory.